But this project represents something that's unusual, particularly for the region, which is actually the implementation of something that crystallizes what everyone else is talking about. I always say that they're talking people and doing people. They're critics in the theater, and then they're performers on the stage. And Webb and Contour together are doing people. I've seen this since we first came to the island almost 7 years ago. They're not afraid to take the stage, these teams, and to risk failure to achieve something great. The integration of renewables and the state-of-art battery system, the storage system that you'll see, into Webb's grid, which enables what I consider the most dynamic and reduced carbon energy mix in the entire Caribbean, is an achievement of something great. It is very notable, not simply something that's noteworthy because it happened on this island, but because it's something that people are talking about and have had difficulty implementing around the world. But it's a solution that's required if we are going to transition as a world from high carbon, high intensity fuels to a lower carbon future. We, together with Webb, have created a new infrastructure, a new backbone to put into place that will enable, as we move forward, the rapid deployment of additional renewable generation to meet this extraordinarily high growing demand on the island. So everyone here, and I would invite all of you to do this, should be mightily proud of the contribution to this success. We've done it together. We've done it with great assistance and support as a company from Webb, from all the Contour people who are here and represented around the world, from the government here of Bonaire, from the Kingdom of the Netherlands and their engagement with us over the years in this project. And it's a success that is very, very significant. It's an innovation success. The ideas that have been implemented in growing the generation base here will outlast the assets themselves. These ideas are integrating renewables and thermal first. Second, expecting and delivering continuous reliability. Third, lowering the cost of generation. Fourth, using the emerging battery storage and digital control technologies to maximize the renewable production. In other words, to always enable us to be comfortable that when the wind blows or when the sun shines, when the renewable production is able to supply as much of the grid as possible, we're able to do that first before we engage the engines. The project itself was implemented, very complex project. Whenever you have to keep operating, but you're building at the same time, and you're building into the same system that's operating, and you can't shut the system off and finish your construction, when you have to do it simultaneously, it really raises your health and safety risk dramatically, because you have a number of people on the site who are not used to being on the site, who aren't usually here, and then you have the operators that need to do their job, and it really is a hazardous environment whenever you do that. We didn't have the luxury of shutting off the system while we upgraded it for obvious reasons. We produce all of the generation capacity that Webb takes on the island. But I'd like to acknowledge and thank you, Alfredo, for all the work that you and the Webb team have done. You've worked extraordinarily professionally and properly with us. You've always been focused upon the ultimate beneficiaries of our work, and that's the people of Bonaire. And we'd also work on this project with you, very deeply respecting and acknowledging that the people of Bonaire have placed an enormous trust in us to supply the island with continuous around-the-clock generation. And I think one of the things we're most proud of as a company, in addition to the innovation that we see on the renewable integration, is the fact that for the last 5 years, we've been able together to meet growing demand and meet the demands of the island and not have a single blackout.